Careful! Help! Somebody help!
The show Riverdale was an unexpected hit for the CW when it came out, and its popularity has continued throughout its now 4 seasons, with a 5th on the way. The show takes a much darker tone with the beloved Archie characters, and the storylines have fit the CW model to a T, which has been both for the better and for the worse depending on who you talk to. But while things may seem basic and such in front of the camera, there is some stuff going on behind the scenes that gets people curious. Join us as we show you 6 dark secrets Riverdale doesn't want you to know.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Number 6. The current lockdown can change Season 5 dramatically.
You gotta be kidding me.
Mr. Jones, I don't understand. We all thought that I was dead. Well,
If you're somehow living in a bubble, well, actually, that might not be a bad thing right now as the world is in a global lockdown. Ever since March 2020, things have gone from bad to worse to frightening in regards to how the world is getting more and more locked down. And when certain places and states are opening back up, the COVID-19 cases seem to spike. One of the biggest things that came from this lockdown was that TV and movie studios across the world had to shut down their productions in order to keep their staff safe and follow new state and country regulations. And yes, that included the CW, outside of Legends of Tomorrow, which had gotten done filming beforehand, and certain other shows. And this meant shows like The Flash, Batwoman, and yes, Riverdale had to end early. While the shows made do with what they had, and even were able to spin the storylines to feature dramatic cliffhangers, it didn't stop the fact that many storylines had to be dropped, or episodes not made due to this. In the case of Riverdale Season 4, the main mystery of the season had not been solved at all. In fact, the mystery of the videotapes just intensified because the final episode that viewers saw showcased that there were more people involved in the videotapes than previously believed. Which brings us to Season 5, and the problems that it's going to have. Because obviously they need to finish the mystery, but as many have noted, there was supposed to be a time jump between the true ending of Season 4 and the beginning of Season 5. Mainly because they were going to skip the college years, and noted that all 4 main characters were going to different schools, and come back with a new story. So now, the team behind the scenes is in a bit of a dilemma. Do they simply finish the Season 4 storyline and then do the time jump as they planned? Or do they elongate the current timeline and say do something over the course of a summer before they all leave for college? No one really knows. And with TV production only now starting to slowly trickle back into form, many wonder how everything is going to play out. And the true dark secret may be that they don't know what to do at the moment. But with Riverdale Season 5 confirmed to be coming out in 2021, at least they have time to figure it out. Number 5. The Maiming of KJ Apa.
You brought your guitar.
Well, you asked me to.
Do you want to play for us?
Oh, no, I'm
All
not.
right, guys, we've got Jeremy Camp here.
Without a doubt, the core of Riverdale is in its main characters, and the biggest of the bunch is obviously Archie, who in the show is played by KJ Apa. But if you were to look at him before Riverdale, and then look at him during the series, you're going to have a bit of a double take as his hair went from brunette to redhead. This was obviously intentional because in the legendary Archie Comics, he's a redhead, and to change from that would be a major departure from a beloved character, which obviously you could say about the entirety of Riverdale, but we digress. Anyway, before filming happened, they had to bleach not just his hair, but his eyebrows as well in order to nail the look. The problem though was that in the process of doing that, they severely burned KJ, to the point where he had burns all over his face in spots and could have easily damaged his eyes if a few things didn't go his way. It took him a week to get better before he felt comfortable enough to go back on set. And honestly, we wouldn't have felt bad if he took more time to himself. But sadly, his maiming didn't end there. In a key scene, Archie is attempting a rescue and is punching the ice with his hand. He didn't fake this though, and literally tried to punch through ice for this scene despite him actually punching a mat. The problem was that he almost broke his hand doing this. KJ admitted that he got into character too much, and the mat got so cold that it was like punching something rather solid and thus basically broke his hand. Number 4. Lili's depression. Heading to another cast member who has had some issues over the course of the series, Lili Reinhart plays Betty Cooper, one of the classic love interests for Archie, and someone who is much darker in Riverdale via the content given. But just as dark, though, is the real-life depression that Lili herself has gone through. To help continue her dreams, she moved to Los Angeles in order to be closer to certain opportunities outside of Riverdale. But in the process of doing that, she had a severe anxiety attack that almost literally crippled her. This bout of anxiety, mixed with her own natural depression, made it so that she couldn't live there for various reasons. As such, she moved back home to be with her friends and family, and thus have them to comfort her if she needs it. While she seems more composed now, she's no fool, and she's become an advocate for mental health to help those who need it, including posting about her own mental health issues on social media.
I have anxiety and depression, and today I started therapy again, and so the journey of self-love begins for me.
All the world to see. And while it seems like she's better, she's still keeping things rather close to the vest. For example, she's currently dating Riverdale co-star Cole Sprouse, who plays Jughead. Though they are known to be together, the two agreed to keep their private life just that, private. Lili has no desire to fill in everyone on all the juicy details because it's not their love story, which we can respect. No doubt everyone on the cast of Riverdale is going to keep an eye on Lili and help her when the time comes, because with casts like these, it's really a family thing. Number 3. The near death of KJ Apa. Yeah, this kid just can't catch a break, as you can tell. It was bad enough the show burned his face and that he broke his hand, but a lapse in judgment on the show crew's part almost led to the death of KJ himself. Here's the story. It was after a long day of filming, and KJ noted that he was going to go home. The problem, though, was that he was tired, and everyone could see that, but they let him drive home. The second problem, if you will, was that he wasn't just driving home. He was driving from the set to his home, which was hours away, and it was nighttime. As a result of this, KJ fell asleep while on the highway, and his car crashed heavily into a light pole. Police and medics were called, and he was rushed to the hospital, and thankfully he was all right. But that was no doubt an experience he never wants to experience again.
After working upwards of 16 hours on set, KJ Apa just dozed off on the drive home.
The irony of the situation is that Cole Sprouse was supposed to be riding with him, but that changed at the last moment. So if things had gone wrong instead of lucky, Riverdale would be out its two biggest stars. Since the incident, the set is much safer, and anytime a cast member notes they're tired before leaving, they're provided with a driver. Better late than never. Number 2. The threat of Vanessa Morgan. This one goes beyond storytelling and delves into the dark nature of people themselves. Vanessa Morgan played Tony Topaz on Riverdale, and in the early seasons, she was getting very threatening and insulting letters from fans. Part of it was because she was playing a character who was bi, but the other reason was because in Season 2, she was a major love interest for Jughead. So, in the fans' minds, since he deserved to be with Betty, they needed to get rid of the threat. So they sent letter after letter to Vanessa to try and scare her off, which is horrible and vile. While it's fine to be a fan of a show, just because you don't like how a storyline goes does not give you a reason to send threatening messages to the cast and crew. Thankfully, the letters stopped after Season 2 due to the storyline going the way the fans wanted. But that doesn't mean that this erases what happened. Number 1. Not prepared?
Come on, Cheryl. I'm trying to be professional here. Can you not?
While it's not exactly a dark secret, it is a curious one. As Lili Reinhart has mentioned, the cast sometimes uses the makeup room when they're getting ready to go and memorize lines and scenes that they're about to do. That doesn't seem like the best way to go about getting ready, but obviously everyone is different. But if this was beyond just the young actors, that would be rather concerning. Time is money, and reshoots are something they want in limited supply. So hopefully the cast is learning to memorize lines at a fast rate so they don't hold up the show too much. So, what did you think? What did you think of these behind-the-scenes secrets of Riverdale? Do you still watch the show? What do you think of this look behind the camera? Are you excited for Riverdale Season 5? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.